Well, hello there. It seems today is a power move day for me. Um, I am at the Spoke Club today. I have the privilege of hosting one of my incredible impact coaching women in her VIP day today. When she came to me about 2 years ago, she was over the six-figure mark already. We have since more than doubled her revenue, doubled her team, doubled her output, more than doubled her clients. She's having a ball. And today we get to work on the road to 7 for her, which is what are the pivots that we need to make to help her get up and over 7 figures. So I made a massive power move this morning, and my heart is still pounding. For about 3 years, I've been thinking about and sitting on this whole concept of microfunding, and I've long time been a supporter of microfunding. I give generously to Kiva, I give generously to other foundations. My last Kickstarter funded some initiatives that we're running through Kenya. I sit on the board of the Hilda Back Education Fund, which helps recover tuition for children in Kenya to go to school. So micro lending and funding is something that I have long time believed in because I know the power that education can have, I know the power that training can have, and I know how knowledge can make a difference in someone's life. What's been bothering me though is I know that us here in Canada and the US also sometimes need some microfunding. I know what a difference $2,500 or $5,000 or $10,000 could make in your business. And so I've been sitting on this for about 3 years. I've started to take action about 4 months ago. I'm talking to every banker, investment banker, every lawyer, everybody who I know who may possibly have a little bit of knowledge in the micro lending space. I've been researching other companies. And there's a real need for micro lending here in our own backyard. And so for some reason this week I've just been off. I've had a knot in my stomach. I haven't been happy with the Kickstarter behind Productive. The messaging hasn't felt good. I haven't felt great about it. And so I just got quiet yesterday. I had a great chat with a woman who's going to come into one of the private coaching programs through the Kickstarter, but she asked me a very interesting question at such an interesting time. She said, how did you grow your business? And you know, it has simply come from a whole series of these small actions, small power moves. Today happened to be a big one, but I do believe that when you take that action each and every day, it does get you what it is that you need. So she said, what about when the chips were against you? And you know, what made you keep going? And I sort of thought about it, and you know, I have had to fight hard to get to where I am, and I never really talk about it. You know, money has always been a thing. I know it's a part of the story that if you have ever heard me speak before, you would know a little bit about. I am not very good with cash flow, even though I know how to do it. I don't know, it's just something that I'm still exploring with myself. However, what I said was, even on those days when I didn't want to get out of bed, I did. I just turned around and got out of bed. And even if I just did one thing, I did that. And so, like I said, I've just been off all week, feeling a bit crusty, very emotional. And there was something in the messaging that wasn't right. And I was hanging on to sharing my vision about the whole Kickstarter until after I had hit a certain level of funding. And last night I went and sweated out on the ice rink, and I played hockey, and every muscle in my body hurt. And I sat in the change room just dripping with sweat, and I thought, what do you need, Sheila? What is going on? And then I wondered, well, why am I not sharing about my big vision now? Because it is so important and it's so exciting, and I have butterflies, and I couldn't sleep last night because I was going to go and, you know, put this out in the world that this is part of the new Road to 7 that we're launching in the fall. And so here's the thing. I am going to be launching a micro lending platform for women entrepreneurs. One of the reasons I chose to help fund Productive through the crowdfunding is the opportunity to get some visibility for what it is that we're doing. I never have looked at Productive as a revenue stream within my business. It has always been a tool that I can use to give back in some way, shape, or form. I've donated it all around North America to women's organizations, to high school kids, high school entrepreneurs, you know, women that are marginalized, women who are new immigrants. I donate it and I give wherever I can. And I don't look at it as a revenue engine. But where I think the opportunity is, and where I want to share my vision with you, is is this whole idea that Productive is actually the vehicle to this micro lending. It starts with the Get One, Give One program. You know that for every planner that's sold, I donate one. It's not a revenue piece for me. It's a tool that I can use to help spread the word to women who want more. And so the way that I see Productive fitting into the whole micro lending platform is the revenue from that actually goes directly to offset the administrative fees, because there's going to be a high cost to setting this up. I'm going to need to have, people who can screen applications, people who can manage the loans, people who are, doing all the software that comes with lending money, tracking the interest. My goal is to keep the interest at least half of what a credit card would be, if not more. And so if I can sell enough Productives to offset the cost of the administrative fees, then I can focus on fundraising to raise more funds to lend out more. So this is my power move today, my friends. Like, this is me just, I'm even emotional putting it out there. I know what a difference $5,000 could make to somebody in their business, whether they put it to coaching, training, investing in their website, marketing. But when we're loaning this money, it's not going to be just here's $5,000. Here's some mentorship that's going to help you. Let's make sure you're making a really smart investment. If you're investing in a course, let's have some accountability to make sure that you're actually taking it. If you're putting SEO behind your website, well, let's make sure you're working with someone who's going to get you results. Let us help you hire the right firm, the right person delivering it. And so this is what Productive's all about. It's about helping women get what it is that they want out of their business. It's about reclaiming your time. It's about achieving more of your goals. And within the Road to 7 company, it is a major fueler for the social initiatives that we can now unload to help more people. Anyway, I just wanted to share that you can see that power moves sometimes are huge. Like this morning, it was a massive power move. And like I said, I'm so emotional today. But sometimes power moves are really small. It's just taking time to plan out your week next week. Sometimes it's just making the one phone call or putting up one post on Facebook. So anyway, that is the motivation behind the Kickstarter, why I'm using crowdfunding for this, so that I can get more visibility for what we're doing, raise the profile of it, and hopefully raise more investment so that we can put it towards this micro lending platform and continue that Get One, Give One program, which has been so valuable for the women and the entrepreneurs who've received it, and just get more of you reclaiming your time. It's kind of really the backbone of everything that I do. So thank you for listening. And if you are inclined, if you could share about the Kickstarter and what we're trying to do, it would just mean the world. Whether you're sharing it or whether you back it, sharing is as important as backing it sometimes, and getting our message out is really what I need the most. So thank you, and thank you for listening, and I will talk to you soon.